Hey folks, today I want to make a quick video on making a Skittles infused vodka. I don't know why you'd want to do this. That's not my job. My job is to do whatever you ask me to do. And let's see, I've had Amber, Fabio, Jump, ATC, LP Forever 250, Rap and Kill, Jan, Gibson Forever 28, and Wizard Piss. All of them have submitted a request or information about Skittles vodka. I bought some stuff. There we go. What we've got is 5 bottles, 5 colors, or at least I hope, because I assume there were 5 of each, so I bought 5. This experiment's gonna cost me roughly, let's see, $2 for the Skittles. Why they give me 2 receipts for that? And $59.95 for the vodka. Whoa. The most expensive flavored vodka in the world right here. I'm gonna put, I don't know, let's say 10 Skittles per ounce. We have 375 milliliters. That's 12.6 ounces, so 120 each. If my math skills are right, I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit 120 Skittles in here. But first, let's get them out of the bag. Holy crap, they're already mixed up. I'm gonna have to, no, just kidding. Yeah, so the biggest challenge to this mystery is the fact that I have all these Skittles and they're all like in separate colors. Let's start that process. It's getting hot up here. I've got lights on. 120 of these? You know, somebody had to get paid. They probably put in millions of hours to figure out how to make a machine whose entire job was to sort Skittle colors, and I am destroying all of their work that they put into their project. I'm sorry. Red, yellow. Well, considering that there's not even 120 in any of these rows thus far, my guess is I'm just going to be doing about 1/3 of the glass full. And then we'll just figure out how to do it from there. Jesus, that was painful. Okay, so we have all of our colors split up. What we're going to do is a transition. So we get that going. Now, where's my little, oh, come on. Oh, bummer. That was a great idea. So we're gonna try and match that with all these colors. 1 down. Let's do the next step. Because we gotta use this. Ready? Go. What we'll do with the rest, whatever remains, I'm guessing there's gonna be, by the time you're done, there'll be a little reservoir of leftovers, and we'll just pour that back in at the end after we've let these things sit for 24 hours. So there's 1. 1 down. Let's work on green. All right, here we go. And now, you don't necessarily have to use Absolute if you don't want to. You can use your favorite vodka. You could use a lower grade vodka, considering that these things get sticky after a while. Considering the fact that you're basically going to over-sweetify this sucker. And what you're gonna wanna do is continue to shake these. While you might have a 24-hour period, I would encourage you to take these, put them like on your walkway from one room to another, or something like from the kitchen to the dining room, which is what, or kitchen to the living room. That's what I do. That way, when you see them, you just walk by, give them a shake, and go about your business watching CSI Miami or Stargate SG-1 or whatever. There's a conspiracy, no doubt. More yellows and reds in a bottle of, in a bag of Skittles as compared to any other flavor. So there you go. Step 1, we've got all of our Skittles vodka. Pretty easy to do, a little arduous, but at the end of the day, there you go. Shake these up, give it about 24 hours, taste test it before you're done. We'll come back tomorrow and, well, time lapse. We'll come back in a few seconds. All right, we're done. Welcome back. We let these suckers sit for about, I don't know, this is about the time I was recording yesterday, so I'd say 24 hours. And the end result, I left one I haven't filtered yet because unlike other people who have shown you how to do this, there's an implication that it's easy, that, oh, you just filter it, you're done. And I posted a picture of what they look like on Facebook yesterday, and people were like, oh man, those are awesome. I just can't figure out how to get the white particles out. It's always got an oily texture to it, and I don't know what to do. So I did some research. I figured it out here, and you'll notice that these 4 have no white in them, and just around the same point where the white starts here, all that gross, like the candy center of the Skittle sitting there floating on top, it's just ready to ruin everything for you. It's chalky and gummy. It's like greasy and oily, and it's kind of nasty. So what I say you do is you go do what Penguinishi, by the way, these have been sitting for like 25 minutes, so you can see that there's no foam coming up. There is a small amount of texture on the top that I can clear off if I wanted to, just like a couple blotches of candy. It's nothing compared to the volume. So Penguinishi said, go get yourself an AeroPress for your filtering your coconut rum. And I thought, hey, the AeroPress, maybe that'll work for this. We'll be using this later in the week, I think, sometime next week on the show. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use an AeroPress, and I'm going to do it with 2 ways. This, by the way, is a coffee press. You can get them on ThinkGeek. You can get it for about $24. Whoa! On Amazon. What I did is I went out, $24, bought this AeroPress, and then I spent an extra like $16 to buy a steel filter for it. But they come with all these other filters, the regular filters. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to combine. I'm going to make the filter, stick it on here. It's a steel filter. I'm going to have a primary and a secondary container. I also have with me this, which I don't need yet. And I'm going to pour in, there's up to 4 cups. I'm going to pour this right in here, and this is going to be my initial get the jizz out. We're going to try and get some of this sludge out of here. I'm going to inspire it through the filter a little bit, just giving it some pressure. Pull that back up, and you'll see it pulls up, which also gets some of the stuff off the filter. We're not done. This is not it. This is a multi-phased project. You don't want to push too hard because you don't want to push the white candy-like substance completely through. It gets really hard near the end because just the sheer amount of nastiness stuck within this filter now. And I would suggest not even going completely through. Done. If you hear air blowing through this thing, you're done. So that's your first filtration. Now I'll show you what it looks like. Take the filter off. There you go. White particles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash this, and I'm going to show you the next phase. All right, phase 2. We're going to take this. I've cleaned out the bottle. I've cleaned out the bottom of this, really try to carve off some of that pasty white gunk. I'm going to take the filter, I'm going to lay it right on top of the other filter. So now we've got like a double filter going on. Now I'm going to do 1 cup at a time. So this is where things get slow. And the reason I'm going to do 1 cup at a time is because I don't want to oversaturate this filter. If you oversaturate the filter, the pressure builds up and it just shoots this sludge out through the filter back into your glass. And that's the last thing you want to do. And you'll notice how slow it's draining now. Even with this, it's definitely not going the same speed, but you're seeing all this white stuff caked on the edges. It's filling up that filter. Now, you want to add some weight to here because it has definitely got more of a pull than when you use the standard filter that you'd use for coffee or whatnot. If you wanted to use, say, standard coffee filters and put it in a funnel and let it sit in there, they fill up so fast with gunk. You're switching out these coffee filters before you can even get through even an ounce or two. The thing is just caked. So that's why I suggest the AeroPress if you can get one. It will add cost to the overall project, but you're going to be able to use it again and again if you want to make coconut rums. If you're going to make anything with small particles, maybe a mandarin rum or a mandarin vodka, and you want to use real mandarin. Pull up a little bit. I'm going to let it go until the red liquid starts to turn white, which it's about to do now, and I'm going to be done. That, my friends, is what you're pulling out. So dump that out, pull the metal one off, rinse this out, repeat this until you're finished 1 ounce by 1 ounce through this entire thing. Repeat that step. Clean the filter, clean the system, push another cup. Clean the system, push another cup. Repeat, repeat until there's none left in here. That's where our next stage is gonna be. Now we have our second filter. It's pretty clear. You could probably just go with this, but I'm a perfectionist. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use just the steel filter. I'm not using any other filters. You can if you want to. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to let gravity filter one last pass. And now, thanks to the AeroPress, man, I should get these guys as a sponsor. Because it's so tall, everything drops right in. When you have those fanned out filters, everything just gets stuck on the edge and sits there. With this, you can pretty much run through the thing and you're done. Now what I'm gonna do, make a mess, is take that filter out one more time. It's a little dirty, so I've got my napkins right in place. We're done. Last pass. Now what I want to do is I want to put the vodka back in here. Whoa. This is the vodka from our yesterday. And I'll run that through here with some more vodka. Our green one is less. If you want to, if you have another bottle of Absolute, that's it, we're done. We now have very aromatic Skittles infused vodka. Now you can, like I said, go through and you can filter it the old-fashioned way using your coffee filters, or if you already have a technique, use your favorite technique. The sludge is pretty dominant, so you're going to struggle with it using a standard filter and just regular good old gravity. I highly suggest you come up with a method. If you can afford it and you want to do further projects, I suggest getting an AeroPress right off of Amazon or wherever else you want to get it. I'm extremely excited that works. Plus, I can make espresso and other types of pressed coffee. There you go. Thank you, Penguishy, for the idea of the AeroPress. I thank everybody for showing up and watching the show. For those that have searched and found this recipe specifically, we do 5 shows a week making different cocktails and spirits. You can also check us out on facebook.com/cocktailtv. Otherwise, everydaydrinkers.tv. We're teaching you how to make Skittles infused vodka. Yes.